my deepest blue, but I'll be watching you from here.
Hi, my name's Amanda Easton. I'm a performer, singer-songwriter from Sydney, Australia. I make retro-inspired, theatrical, electronic pop. But when I'm not doing my own music, I do
cabaret,
cover band gigs, solo gigs, tribute shows, recording sessions. Welcome to my Circle of Light vlog.
But I'll be watching you. See all the dreamers in the circle of light, the moment of truth on this stage. Throw me over the falls in a barrel tonight to land in the arms of the circle. I can be fierce or funny and garment. I can suck in your smoke and stare at your breath. But then there are times you can't hear a pin drop. Your eyes turn towards me and the whole world stops on a very breath. Here's all that I have. See all the dreamers in a circle of light.
Hello, how are you? Good evening if you're in the Southern Hemisphere. Otherwise, good morning. It could be in the middle of the night, depending where you are. But it's lovely to see you. I'm Amanda. Thank you for dropping in, and I hope you've had a wonderful day/night so far. I'm going to be here with you for the next hour if you've got time to hang around, play a couple of tunes and, have a bit of a chat, play some, silly videos. Hey, Chip! That is perfect. I know it's the middle of the night for you, but I learnt a song for you. Well, I kind of already knew it since I wrote it, but I hadn't actually played it on the piano. So I might as well play it now since you're here. But before I do, just check this out, because everybody... Oh, I can hear some meowing. Maybe it's because Smokey can see your little raccoon. They're not raccoons, but how cute are they? I just couldn't resist. Anyway, Chip, this is a song for you. This is a song. Let me explain it first. This is a song from my current album, Wallflower, and the vinyl is shipping as we speak, which is very exciting. Hey, Pete, I'll play something good. Oh, I don't know if I'm capable of that, but I can play something. This is a song, I think this is the second song on the Wallflower album, and I wrote it about being a singer, basically. There are times that, and Chip, you would understand this, there are times when it sucks, like all jobs, but I reckon 98% of the time it's an awesome job. But there is probably another 5% of the time where it's absolutely unbeatably amazing, change the world, fantastic. And the circle of light is the spotlight that you stand in. And sometimes, just every now and again, and rarely, I'll be standing on stage performing and I'll just get this overwhelming, I don't know, it's like people say you get in the zone. I've never been able to get in the zone from exercise like you're supposed to get, but I do get in the zone sometimes when it comes to performing. And I just have this, I listen to the band around me and I'm so lucky to work with the most amazing musicians. I look at the audience and they seem interested in what I'm doing and I'm feeling the song and I feel good and there's nowhere else I'd rather be. And Brian, lovely to see you. Hello. And so that's what the circle of light is about. The circle of light is the spotlight. And I sang in the chorus, throw me over the falls in a barrel, because sometimes, you know, it's nerve-wracking and you just have to jump off and do it. And in one of the verses, you know, in Australia now it's not legal to smoke. I'm sure it's the same where you are as well. You can't smoke in venues. You can't smoke indoors anywhere. But when I started out, very early on when I started out in my career, you could smoke. And sometimes that's the worst thing as a singer. You know, you're kind of sucking in air all the time and you end up sucking in smoke. And one of the lines says, I can suck in your smoke and stare at your back. Because sometimes people just don't care. And there could be live music happening and they're just having a chat and they've got their back to you. And then there are the other times when it feels fantastic. So that's what this song is all about. And this is for Chip, who is a singer himself. I know it's best to give you my naked heart. It would be okay if you watch me fall apart. You let me take you in the palm of my hand. There won't be a day when I won't want to stand here before you, pour you all that I have. See all the dreamers in the circle of light. Moment of truth on this stage. Throw me over the falls in a barrel tonight. I'll land in the arms of the circle. I can be fierce or funny, manic or mad. I can suck in your smoke and stare at your back. But then there are times you can hear a pin drop. Your eyes turn towards me and the whole world stops on a fairy breath. Here's all that I have. See all the dreamers in a circle of light. The moment of truth on this stage. Throw me over the falls in a barrel tonight. Land in the arms of the circle. My aphrodisiac. I live for that. See all the dreamers in the circle of light. The moment of truth on this stage. Throw me over the falls in a barrel tonight. I'll land in the arms of the circle. Hi, Craig. How are you? Nice to see you. That was A Circle of Light from the Wallflower album, from my last album. And it's funny, you know, obviously I write. Ah, thanks, Chip. Hi, Lou. How are you? Look at your nice, colourful emojis. That was good enough. Thanks, Pete. Yes, so that was all about being a performer. And there's a lot of melodrama in that song. And sometimes I apologise for my melodrama. I'm like, nah, it's part of who I am and it's part of what I do. I'm sure you agree with that, Lou. A bit of melodrama and drama is what makes us performers. Thank you. So, what's been happening, huh? Fred, how are you? It's a stormy England, is it? It's actually been a beautiful day here. I even went out for a little walk around the neighbourhood, a bit of socially distanced walk if I saw anybody. It's the opposite of what I would normally do. We have a very friendly neighbourhood and it would normally be, hi, what's how are the kids and the blah, blah, blah. Now it's like, there's a person, run away. There's not actually that many people around anyway, but it was such a beautiful spring day. I couldn't resist going out for a little while. Oh, you drove around with the sunroof down. Nice one. Very, very nice. So I played this before, but I've just got to play it again because it's the best. How hilarious is that? Isn't that the most gorgeous thing? Oh, little huskies. So I thought, I'm trying to be as creative as possible during this lockdown. I'm actually getting a couple of gigs, not many, but some nursing home gigs doing online little shows. Oh, Chip, he's released his Raccoon into the wild. That must be, I guess it's a two-edged sword, isn't it? Because that's why you rescue them, so that they can be put back into their natural habitat. But at the same time, I know I would get very attached. And those little raccoons, I want one. Or a fox. That'd be pretty cool too. Oh, Clodagh, how lovely to see you. Oh, yes, I've gone a bit pinky purple, just because why not? I kind of miss being bright colours after being blonde for so long, which is fun too, I'm sure you'll agree. There's definitely a different kind of vibe to being blonde. But actually, Clodagh, for those who don't know Clodagh, you know that I do a Blondie show. Clodagh does Eurythmics show, Annie Lennox show, but she also does some Blondie as well. So we're both massive Blondie fans. Oh, she cuddled you all that morning. That's the raccoon. Oh, bless. I wonder if she'll pop by and say hello every now and again. Hi, Dad. Just letting you know everything's good in the real world. I'm all good. I was saying before I'm hoping to stay as creative as possible during this time, which is why I'm going to continue as much as I can to do 3 live streams a week. Or lock streams, as I've decided to call them. But just to remind you, this is the schedule. So this is kind of a new one for me. In the old days, I would never have been able to do Friday nights because it's always a gig night. But while there are no gigs, I thought Friday's a pretty cool night. So I'll be here at 6 o'clock at least for the next month. But I don't even know if the lockdown's going to be finished by then, personally. Who knows? And of course, I'll be here Tuesday and Wednesdays. I'm doing mainly Twitch, which is all about the requests, which have been fun too. But I'm trying to do other little, I'm trying to do other creative things, like write more music. But this is something that I did last lockdown. I met just online a whole lot of Scottish artists, and you probably know, if you've heard me talk about my family before, I have some Scottish heritage, which is where Sheena Easton comes into play, my great aunt's cousin. But there's a group called Down the Lock. I have a terrible Scottish accent, so I'm not even going to attempt it. I'll end up sounding Indian. But Down the Lock, as in L-O-C-K, and of course Lock Down, a group of musicians comprising largely Scottish people, but also some British and a few other places as well, got together to create like a collective of singers and musicians to create music and raise money for Red Cross. So this is something they invited me to join with them from last year. So I hope you enjoy this. This was fun.
Would you like to swing on a star?
Carry moonbeams home in a jar.
And be better off than you are.
Or would you rather be a mule?
A mule is an animal with long, funny ears. Kicks up at anything he hears.
His back is brawny, but his brain is weak. He's just plain stupid with a stubborn streak.
And by the way, if you hate to go to school,
You may grow up to be a mule.
would you like to swing on a star?
Carry moonbeams home in a jar.
And be better off than you are.
Or would you rather be a pig?
A pig is an animal with dirt on his face.
His shoes are a terrible disgrace.
He has no manners when he eats his food. He's fat and lazy, he's extremely rude.
But if you don't care a feather or a fig,
You may grow up to be a pig.
or would you like to swing on a star?
Carry moonbeams home in a jar.
And be better off than you are. Or would you rather be a fish?
A fish won't do anything but swim in a brook.
He can't write his name or read a book. To fool the people is his only thought. Though he's slippery, he still gets caught.
But then if that sort of life is what you wish,
You may grow up to be a fish.
and you kind of jumped a slippery fish.
The monkeys out in the zoo. Every day you'll meet quite a few.
So you see, it's all up to you.
You can be better than you are. You go be swinging on a star.
So there you go. That was a little charity project I did about this time last year. And yes, Chip, that's awesome. I'd love to hear an answer to girl in the song. Is it boy in the song? Very intriguing. Well, you probably have seen on the news, if you're not an Aussie, in which case you've been inundated by it in every direction. Thank you, Fred. But things are particularly crazy in Australia at the moment. There's a lot of division, and I'm not going to focus on that too much, but I know I'm not the only one feeling a little bit crazy at the moment, so I thought this song was very appropriate. I remember when. Just hang on a sec. I've gone and turned the wrong dial. I'm in the dark here. Well, at least I didn't play you some Mouldy Toes. On Wednesday, I was doing a live stream and I wanted to play a particular video, but it played the ad before the video that I didn't know about, and it was all these toes, like somebody's toes and some cream for mouldy toes. So, you know, it could be worse, but I pressed the wrong button because it's a bit dark. Here's the right button. Hey. I remember when I lost my mind. There was something so pleasant about that face. Even your emotions had an echo in so much space. And when you're out there without a care, yeah, was out of touch. But it wasn't because I didn't know enough. I just knew too much. Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Possibly. I hope that you are having the time of your lives, but think twice. That's my only advice. who do you think you are? Ha ha ha, bless your soul. You really think you're in control? Well, I think you're crazy. I think we're crazy. I think you're crazy, just like me. My heroes had the heart to lose their lives out on a nail, and all I remember is thinking I want to be like them. Ever since I was little, well, it looked like fun, and it's no coincidence I've come, and I can die when I'm done. Well, maybe I'm crazy, maybe you're crazy, maybe we're crazy, probably. Oh, you saw the mouldy toes, Chip? Yes, well, that was that's one way to get people's attention, I suppose. Craig, you keep playing I'm Going Slightly Mad. I don't think I know it, but I can relate to the sentiment. And I think whenever you do feel a bit crazy, it's always an excuse to play some Gaga, because she is Gaga in the best possible way, in my opinion. West Coast Swing. I have heard of it, but I couldn't tell you exactly what it is. I can kind of imagine, though. I'm sure it's very cool. So I'm going to play you a Gaga song. One of my faves, and you know I'm a big fan in general of her. We are the crowd, we're coming out. Got my flash on, it's true. Need that picture of you, it's so magical. Oh, it'd be so fantastical. Leather and jeans, garage glamorous. Not sure what it means, but this picture of us, it don't have a price. Ready for those flashing lights, 'cause you know that, baby, I'm your biggest fan. I'll follow you until you love me. Paparazzi, baby, there's no other superstar. You know that I'll be paparazzi. Promise I'll be kind, but I won't stop until the boy is mine. Baby, you'll be famous, chase you down until you love me. Paparazzi, I'll be your girl, backstage at your show. Velvet ropes and guitars, yes, 'cause you're my rock star in between the sets. Eyeliner and cigarettes. Shadow is burnt, yellow dancer we turn. My lashes are dry, purple teardrops I cry. It don't have a price. Loving you is cherry pie, 'cause you know that, baby, I'm your biggest fan. I'll follow you until you love me. Paparazzi, baby, there's no other superstar. You know that I'll be paparazzi. Promise I'll be kind, but I won't stop until the boy is mine. Baby, you'll be famous, chase you down until you love me. Paparazzi, I'm your biggest fan. I'll follow you until you love me. Paparazzi, baby, there's no other superstar. You know that I'll be paparazzi. Promise I'll be kind, stop until the boy is mine. Baby, you'll be famous, chase you down until you love me, Papa, paparazzi. Oh, hello. You're just got to work and tuning in. You are welcome anytime, Oaken. You can just jump up and appear whenever you are. I hope you had a good time at work. It was a little bit of gaga because we all decided that the world's going a bit gaga, particularly Australia at the moment. In fact, I think when we're feeling all a bit crazy, this is always going to cheer you up. So you can have a few seconds of this first. That's guaranteed to put a smile. Oh, I just realised you just got to work and you're tuning in. Of course. But you know, if you're a cat person like me, and look, I love all animals, for some reason, there's something about cats talking that really puts a smile on my face. Yeah, but the cute puppies, I could play that all day. But I have a little theory, and this is not just about cats. This is life and people and creatures in general. I think if you can give them a good scratch on the bum, then they're going to love you. Basically, that's my secret to human relationships as well as animal relationships. It certainly goes for dogs. You know, when you touch them on a certain part on their back and they kind of go and they get really excited and they just fall in love with you. Well, cats have that spot too, and just check out this video. This looks like my Smokey, but it's not.
Its mouth. It's got a weird mouth when it does that. What's there, Lionel? What's there? Oh yeah.
Isn't that just gorgeous? That works for you, does it, Craig? Yeah, you just find the right spot and someone's your friend forever if you get the spot right. But oh, just the expression on that cat's face, so beautiful. Well, I thought I'd play a song from Down Under, although it was written with David Guetta, I think. It's time for you to say goodbye, Pete. No worries. I know it's very, very late for you. So, yes, you can get back to me tomorrow about the back scratching. Anyway, good to see you. Give Ezra a kiss for me. This is a song from Sia, who is now, internationally famous, successful singer-songwriter and just a major talent. If you know Sia from her more current material, go back. If you only know that material, go back to where she started. I think it's her second or third album called Breathe Me. Oh my gosh. Nothing like the pop dancey stuff that she does now, which is great as well, but it's nothing like that. It's really mellow and really moving and melancholy, just the way I like things. And her voice when she sings that kind of breathy style. And she used to be the singer for 07, or one of the singers for 07, which I think is where I first discovered her, which is, you know, totally my ballpark with that kind of loungy beats style. But early Sia, oh my gosh, so good. But she wrote this song with David Guetta, and this is kind of a mellow version of it. You shout it out, but I can hear what you say. I'm talking loud, not saying much. I'm criticized, but all your bullets ricochet. You shoot me down, but I get up. I'm bulletproof, nothing to lose. Fire away, fire away. Ricochet, you take your aim. Fire away, fire away. Shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. Shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. Cut me down, but it's you who'll have further to fall. Ghost town and haunted love. Raise your voice. Sticks and stones may break my bones. I'm talking loud, not saying much. I'm bulletproof, nothing to lose. Fire away, fire away. Ricochet, you take your aim. Fire away, fire away. Shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. Shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. Stone hard machine guns, firing at the ones who run. Stone hard as a bulletproof glass. Stone hard machine guns, firing at the ones who run. Stone hard as a bulletproof glass. Nothing to lose. Fire away, fire away. Ricochet, take your aim. Fire away, fire away. Shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. Shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. Ricochet, take your aim. Fire away, fire away. Shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. Shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. So that is a little song from Sia and David Guetta, Titanium. Titanium, I think. Anyway, it's a bit of a dance hit normally, but of course that was my little loungy piano version. So let me see. Well, since the world... thank you, Craig. Since the world needs a little bit of help at the moment, I thought I'd play you the video that shows how, thank you, Chip, shows how music and aliens can save the world. Maybe that's what we need. We definitely need music, but you know, the aliens might work as well. This is from my Polaroids and Postcards album.
12 billion light years away on the Cerulean planet, in the Black Star Galaxy, the Alien Federation holds an emergency meeting.
As you can see, the Earthlings are in trouble. They need help fighting their demons. What can we do?
We must go and show them they already have the tools they need.
You sang to me in French and Italian. I held you to my chest and then I pinned you to the wall. You give to me your sweet science fiction. The needle drops again and then you open up the door. You broke me when you left me, even though we never met. I hope the man among the stars
It's funny, I edited that music video before COVID and I just finished it. John, how are you? Nice to see you. I just finished editing it when COVID hit last year, and it just seemed so appropriate with, you know, the earth feeling like it needed to be saved and wanting the death of negativity and everything else that was going on. So yes, it's unfortunately still appropriate. Anyway, you can see my love of everything Japanese. That always seems to seep into what I do. Anybody been watching the Olympics? I've been catching little bits and pieces here. I know we Aussies love to use our puns, and we already have the awesome foursome because of the oars and the rowing. But, you know, why not? It's nice to see us winning some stuff. But it's nice to see, you know, lots of different countries coming together, more importantly. So, yes, it's a wonderful thing. So I've been learning this song for a long time, let me tell you. And the reason it's taken me so long is because it's a bit tricky on the piano, which is obviously not my, you know, my forte. But I've been watching a documentary, I think on Amazon Prime, about Kate Bush, who is one of my idols. And she got signed to a record company when she was super young. And the song that got them interested in the first place, which they wanted to release as her first single, but she insisted on releasing Wuthering Heights. But the song that she wanted to release first was this song. No, that they wanted her to release first was this song. And I have this thing, I'm sure most performers do. The first time I play a song, there's a good chance I'm going to stuff it. And it doesn't matter how many times you play it when there's no one watching and listening. But as soon as there's a much higher likelihood of mistakes. And once the first one is out of the way, it's like you can breathe and get into it again. And I think the reason that this is doubly so with the Kate Bush song is because I adore her so much. And so, you know, it's always hard to do the songs of your idols. Stuff it. I will probably do that. Don't tell anybody. I hear him before I go to sleep. Focus on the day that's been. I realize he's there when I turn the light off and turn over. Nobody knows about my man. They say he's lost on some horizon, and suddenly I find myself listening to a man I never known before, telling me about the sea, all his love to eternity. Ooh, he's here again, the man with the child in his eyes. Ooh, he's here again, the man with the child in his eyes. He's very understanding and he's so aware of all my situations. And when I stay up late, he's always waiting, but I feel him hesitate. Oh, I'm so worried about my love. They say no, it won't last forever. And suddenly I find myself wondering what on earth I'm doing here. Maybe he doesn't love me, I just took a trip on my love for him. Ooh, he's here again, the man with the child in his eyes. Ooh, he's here again, the man with the child in his eyes. worse. I love that song too, which is why it's so hard, right? It's when you really love a song and you're worried about stuffing it up all the more. So that song has... thank you. I know you're a Kate Bush fan too, aren't you, Chip? There is a song that you might pick up, not musically necessarily, but the influence of the title of that song. Now, Man with the Child in His Eyes. There are many ways of interpreting that. And even though I've done a little bit of research and even watched that documentary, I don't think Kate has ever come out and said, it is about this. I always saw it as meaning a man who was ready to be a father, which I guess is a, fairly obvious way to look at it. But, you could also think of it as the man who has, his own child self kind of still about him. So there are there's probably more than two different ways. There are many different ways of interpreting that. And I really believe that once you release a song, that it belongs to the person listening to it. So whoever listens to it can have their own interpretation, and then that's okay. It is always good to hear from the original artist as well, though. But I have stolen that line, Man with the Child in His Eyes, for this song, which is also from the Wallflower album. Seven heartbreaks carried me here. Now I'm having dial issues again. The trouble is at night, I'm not used to doing live streams at night. I can't see any of the buttons. Okay, let's try that again. Seven heartbreaks carried me here. I found you waiting too. Laid me down in a bed of sand to start this trip with you. Sweeter and sweeter stories in our walls, happiness on my could we have it all? You bite my lips when we kiss. I'm overcome. Here comes the sun, a rush of love. I'm overcome. You weren't always the man with the child there in his eyes. But days don't linger forever. Now we treasure the time. Sweeter and sweeter lifetime melodies. We draw adventure from deepest wells. You feel like home to me. You bite my lips when we kiss. I'm overcome. Here comes the sun, a rush of love. I'm overcome, overcome. Thank you very much. Yes, I do like my my minor chords for sure. Bit of melancholy, you know. Absolutely. Well, I think I told you the last couple of Fridays that I was here that I was running off to do a whiskey night. And if you didn't know better, you would think that's what I did all the time. I didn't do one last Friday, but I did one the Friday before and the Friday before, and I'm doing one tonight. Thank you, John. So we have very sociable neighbours, as I've mentioned before, and one of them has organised an online whiskey tasting. The first one was just all sorts of whiskies from all over the world. The second one was Japanese, and how could I say no to that? And tonight's is Aussie whiskey, mate. So I don't really know my whiskies. I mean, I know a lot more now. After brandy night, totally, John. If you organise an online brandy night, I'm there because that's my favourite. But people tell me that's a grandma drink. I don't care. Happy drinking. Absolutely. We have more of an excuse at the moment to do a bit of that. And it's just a nice neighboury thing as well. So I'm going to finish with this song and go off and do some drinking, if you don't mind. I still do plan, Chip, to do an album launch, but trouble is nobody knows when venues are going to be open again, and if so, what kind of restrictions are going to be on them. So for everyone that's already bought tickets, don't worry. It will happen, and if you can't make it or you change your mind, obviously I'm more than happy to give you your money back. You've started drinking already. Well, you can do it at the same time as listening. Have an extra one for me. I know, hooray, whiskey. It's nice and warming, huh? So, yeah, Chip, I have no idea. It's going to be months away. I mean, we're in lockdown for another month, and then restrictions are going to be tight for quite a while, which obviously doesn't affect the live stream part of it, but it's going to be a, in-person concert as well. So, yeah, as soon as I know another date. Oh, you'd like to actually be here? Oh, I think that's going to be a bit tricky. Australia's not really letting anybody in or out at the moment, but maybe by then. How awesome would that be? That would be awesome if you were here in person. You never know. But I actually did this song last week. So apologies if you heard it just a few days ago, but I so enjoyed it myself that I wanted to do it again. I know, Traveller's Band, that's right. But, anything could change. By the time I have to launch, who knows when that'll happen. But I was talking about how after last lockdown, the first gigs that came back were duo gigs for me, duo and solo gigs, which I, normally didn't do so much of, but it's become a lot more of my bread and butter than it ever was. But one of the briefs we got at one of the venues, Dom's, that's Penrith Panthers, was to play a whole lot of postmodern jukebox songs. So, if you don't know them, they, of course, do swingy, jazzy, vintage versions of modern songs. And one of the favourites of mine that they do is this next song. I'm a massive Blondie fan as it is. Colour me your colour, baby. Colour me your colour. Colour me your colour, darling. I know who you are. Come up off your colour chart. I know where you're coming from. Call me on the line. Call me anytime. Call me my love. You can call me any day or night. Call me. Cover me with kisses, baby. Cover me with love. Roll me in designer sheets. I'll never get enough. Emotions come I don't know why. Cover up love's alibi. Call me on the line. You can call me anytime. Call me, oh my love, when you're ready. We can share the wine. Call me. Ooh, he speaks the languages of love. Ooh, amore, chiamami, chiamami. Ooh, appelle-moi mon chéri, appelle-moi. Anytime, any place, anywhere, anywhere. Anytime, any place, anywhere, any day. Call me, my love, you can call me anytime. Call me for a ride, call me for some overtime. Call me, oh my love, you can call me in a sweet design. Call me for your lover's alibi. Call me online, you can call me anytime. Call me, call me, call me. Ha, there you go. Call me Stu. How are you? I'm sorry, Stu. I am actually about to leave you. Heart of Glass, of course, I absolutely do Heart of Glass, and I will very happily do that for you next time. And Stu, I'm sorry it was a little bit quick, but I have to go and drink some whiskey. I'm sure everyone can understand the importance of that, huh? I look a bit ghoulish tonight, don't I? I think it's the lighting is a little bit strange. And my hair looks a bit fluorescent. Maybe it is. If I drink whiskey, imagine what's going to happen then, because I'm sure it comes out your pores and changes everything. Anyway, it's so lovely to see you all. Thank you for joining me. I'll be back next week on Tuesday, and then I'll be here Wednesday, except just on Twitch. And I would love to see you. Please take care of yourself and drink plenty of whiskey before then. So just a reminder, this is the schedule. I'll be back on Tuesday at 11 o'clock. The whiskey will take my mind off it, absolutely. All the best, everybody. Have a great one. See you next time. Bye.